Welcome back to my channel. Today's project is going to be to install another culvert, and we're going to do it down on this lower property. When the water springtime, when the snow melt, the water runs down and goes around this property up here and then comes down in front of my property on the street down here. And now I have a driveway that I'm working on where I can go from one street to the other. So I need to put a culvert down on that other property. And you can see I'm putting a pretty good size one because the amount of water that comes through there is pretty good. So I'm going to put an 18-inch culvert, and that should handle all the water that comes across that driveway. And you can see we're going to take it down there with the BOBCAT 860. Anyway, yeah, that's today's project. Let's get started.
Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, which make my life more simple. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I have. I go hard, do what I need to make it last. They say the good die young, I hope I'm bad. Cheers to my past.
Right here I'm moving down the mountain with the culvert. It's a little wobbly, but I got a strap going to the bottom blade to the corner, and it's a little heavy. It's kind of bobbing up and down a little bit. This little spot's a little steep, but for the most part it did really well as far as managing it through the trees and stuff. Right here I'm coming around to the first turn to the right, and I got to go through a few trees right here, and it was a little tricky, but it didn't do too bad. Right here I got to get around I got to get around one tree right there. You can see I hit that tree, hit it again. Got to go through here and then go down and make a left turn down here. Slowly these roads are getting nicer to travel on. Every time I travel on them, I try to make them a little better each time. There's just so many rocks underneath the dirt. You can just see it. I mean, there's more rocks than dirt. But I think I'm going to slowly bring in DG on these roads and make them really nice for traveling on. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe plant some nice stuff around these roads. Right here, I got to get down here and I got to go around this tree on the left and turn to the left to go down to where this culvert's going to go. You can see having the little strap held to the excavator right there, to the down in the blade. That helps out a lot to keep it from really spinning around. Now right down here, there's a huge rock that's in the middle of this driveway, and I haven't got it out yet. I kind of started working on it, but I'm trying to be really easy with this brand new excavator, so I haven't been beating on it or anything too hard, but I have been digging around this big rock. You can see we're going over it right now. That hole right there is a really big rock. And what I'm going to do is, you can see I'm going to drive over that rock right there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get that rock out of there and use it as kind of an entryway on both sides of this culvert. And I ended up losing footage of the actual rock, but I did end up getting that rock out, and I was able to use it on both sides of the culvert, which you'll see towards the end of the video. Right here I set the culvert kind of out of the way, and I proceed to work on this rock a little bit. You're not going to get the whole video of me taking out this rock because I lost footage of me actually getting it out of there. But I did start to work on it a little bit, and this one's pretty big. I'll show you the actual rock when I'm going to use it on one side of the culvert, so you'll see it towards the end of the video. Anyway, rocks can be really tough, especially these big ones. You really got to just take your time and kind of get pieces, work your way around them until you get them loose. at this point I gave up on the rock. The rock was really tough, and I decided to come down here and I'm gonna get this thing dug out enough to lay this culvert in here. Now this is all gravel and rock in here, so chances are I'm gonna hit a big rock when I come in here. But I'm gonna pretty much dig most of this out down here. Right here I'm kind of getting a look at where I want to put this culvert, and pretty much it's going to go across right in front of me. I'm kind of checking out, there's a gas line down right there. I'm making sure nothing's coming across where I'm at. I have, one of my friends, John, he was actually cleaning out a culvert, or cleaning out a ditch for some people recently, and hit a phone line, and the phone line was just laying across the ditch like 6 inches deep, because these lazy phone people, they didn't bother, putting it where it's supposed to be, because the ground, it's hard digging out here, and they just kind of laid it across there. So when he cleaned out the ditch, he cut right through it. So I pretty much, anytime I'm digging anywhere close to an area where I know there's going to be some trouble, I'll call dig alert. But right here, I'm just going to, this is pretty deep already, so I don't have to dig it down too far. I just need to clean out a little bit of this gravel to where this 18-inch culvert will fit right in there. And right here you can see I'm just going to pull myself down here, get sideways, and start digging this out. Next up was to bring in some DG. I ended up bringing 12 tons of DG for this culvert, and it probably could have used a couple more, and I'm probably going to have to bring in a couple more before winter, just to make it really good. But this video we brought in about three of my dump trailer loads, which I only haul 4 tons at a time, so it was about 12 tons. I moved the first load of DG. I kind of spread it around a little bit with the excavator, and but once after this load, I bring in the TOOLCAT with the scooper on the front and start spreading out the next 2 loads with the TOOLCAT. But the first load, I just kind of moved it around, kind of put it in around it really good, and that seemed to work pretty good for the first load. Here's load number 3, and at this point I got the rocks on each side of the culvert, and I've been actually compacting each one of these loads in between each load. So each load I compact, then I bring in another load, compact again, and got lucky and it sprinkled a couple times, so I did get a little moisture on this DG, and that worked pretty good. Okay, right here on this side of the culvert, when I was putting these big rocks around this culvert, one of them rolled over and smashed the culvert. So right here I'm using a bottle jack, and basically I'm going to jack this thing up and see if I can't straighten it out a little better, so it doesn't look so bad. Not perfect, but definitely better than it was. Yeah, it turned out okay. And there you go. One culvert. I'll probably have to bring in a little more. A little smashed over here, but it's not terrible. So hopefully this will control some of the flooding that we've had down here. And it gives me a nice new driveway on this side of the property. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and I will see you next time. Later.
Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, which make my life more simple. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I have.